Oh. Oh my God.
Oh, yay.
Okay.
Wow.
Share.
You made it.
Yay. Actually like sitting this seat.
All right.
Great to have Anna.
We're all here. Angela, you tell me when you're ready. Okay. I'd like to call to order the Highland Park Board of Education Hybrid Reorganization Meeting today, Thursday, January 2nd, 2025. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meetings of the public bodies at which any business affecting their interest is discussed or acted upon. In compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, the Highland Park Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting, setting forth the time, date, and location to be submitted for publication to the Home News Tribune and Star Ledger and posted on the board's website at least 48 hours in advance of this meeting. Members of the public who wish to address the board will be given the opportunity to do so before the board adjourns for the evening. Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Tonight, we will be addressing the final election results for the school board members in November. We'd like to welcome Allison Cassell-Dunn. She received a total of 1,199 votes. Dr. Coleman, 1,226 votes, and Miss Marilyn Pruce, 1,136 votes. So now we'll swear in our new and reoccurring board members. In front of you, you have your oath of office. Behind mine. If you'd like to repeat after me, everybody has their copy?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. I do solemnly affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
I do solemnly affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
And I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and this state under authority of the people.
I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and this state and under authority of the people.
And I do affirm that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law for the office of member of a board of education and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of that office according to the best of my ability.
I do
And
affirm that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law for the office of the member of a board of education, and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all of the duties of that office according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations and welcome to the Highland Park Board of Education. We'll now take roll call. Dr. Beatty,
Here.
Miss Allison Cassell-Dunn,
Here.
Dr. Coleman,
Here.
Dr. Pixley,
Here.
Miss Pruce,
Here.
Dr. Schoolman,
Here.
Miss Stanio,
Here.
Miss Vardaman,
Here.
Miss Voorhees.
Here.
So before all of our board members, in front of you is the signing of the Code of Ethics and Conflict of Interest. So this paper, I suggest that you read through it. You're sworn as a board member to uphold the Code of Ethics and ensure that you don't have any conflicts of interest. Briefly, this just states that you will enforce all the laws, rules, and regulations of the State Board of Education. You will hold confidential all matters pertaining to the schools. And that you or no immediate member of your family has an interest in any business organization, transaction, or professional activity, and that you won't use your official position to secure unwarranted privileges, advantages, or employments for yourself, for members of your immediate family or others. So that's just a brief synopsis. So if you were to read through it, sign it, and then return it to me in the business office, that would be great. Our next item on the agenda is to nominate and elect our president.
I nominate Allison Cassell Dunn.
Second.
Are there any other nominations for board president? Okay. Sorry, it's hard to write and talk at the same time. So now we'll take a roll call on voting for Miss Allison Cassell Dunn for board president. Dr. Beatty,
Yes.
Miss Cassell Dunn,
Yes.
Said no.
Dr. Coleman,
Yes, and thank you.
Dr. Pixley,
Yes, and second that, thank you.
Miss Prus,
Yes.
Dr. Schoolman,
Absolutely.
Miss Stanio,
Yes.
Miss Vardaman,
Yes.
Miss Voorhees.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So now I will turn over the board meeting to the board president.
Okay, are you sure you don't want to continue?
Sure know what to do.
Okay, all right, so we are now going to nominate and elect a vice president. Are there any nominations for vice president?
I nominate Ann Vardaman for vice president.
Second.
Are there any other nominations for vice president? Okay, we will do a roll call.
Dr. Beatty,
Yes.
Miss Cassell Dunn,
Yes, and
Doc-
thank you.
Dr. Coleman,
Yes, and best wishes.
Why did that sound like a threat?
Laugh a little, right?
Dr. Pixley,
Yes.
Miss Prus,
Yes, and thank you very much. What you?
Dr. Schoolman,
Yes.
Miss Nicole Stanio,
Yes.
Miss Vardaman,
Yeah.
Miss Voorhees.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you, please swap places?
Oh, it's, ooh, I can move.
Just a thank you to Marilyn for many years in leadership.
Take your name.
Please pass it down.
You'll end up switching with me.
Yeah.
Okay, you're running. Okay.
Oh, no, you won't.
Sure.
I didn't take the stuff.
Oh, thank you. Is this yours?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's really messed up, alphabet.
Looks different. It looks different. This eye. Yeah, I've been up there for years.
Okay, the next is the approval of the annual board meeting calendar. Do I do these one by one or I go through them all and then move them all? Remember?
You can do them all.
I can go through them all and then we'll move them all?
Right, yeah.
Okay, so there we'll be approving the annual board meeting calendar. The delegate and alternate for the New Jersey School Boards Association will be myself and Ms. Vardaman. And then the delegate and alternate for the Middlesex County School Boards Association will also be myself and Ann. There will be a lot of resolutions. These resolutions occur every year, with the exception of some changes in terms of personnel or committees. So these resolve that the rules, regulations, and policies are adopted from the previous year, that we use Robert's Rules of Order as the official parliamentary procedure, that we are using the official newspapers, the Home News Tribune, and we are switching to the Courier News of Somerville. And that is because the other newspaper is no longer in print. So we have moved to Courier News because they are also in print. That we are designating the depository of school monies as TD Bank and the NJ Asset and Rebate Management Program. That the general operating account and payroll agency account will bear the signatures of the treasurer of school monies and board secretary with the president of the Board of Education, And the net payroll account should contain only the signature of the treasurer of school monies. That the following checking account shall bear the signatures as listed below. So you can see the signatures for Irving, Bartle, Irving Students Funds, Bartle Student Fund, Middle School Student Funds, High School Student Funds, the Business Office Food Service Fund, the Business Office SUI Trust Account, and the High School Athletics Activities Account. We authorize Mr. Rosa as the district purchasing agent to make purchases of goods and services entered into on behalf of the state by the Division of Purchase and Property, utilizing various vendors that have state contracts. That we acknowledge that Mr. Rosa, our business administrator and board secretary, is the qualified purchasing agent. And that she is authorized to sign board contracts throughout the 2024-2025 and 2025-2026 school year for goods and services required for the operation of the school system. The Board of Education authorizes the school business administrator to pay obligations throughout the year with the review of the Board of Education at the next regular public meeting. In the event that payment of such bills is required for the district to meet its essential financial obligations. The Board of Ed authorizes the superintendent of schools to hire new staff in the absence of the board, with formal approval being taken by the Board of Education at the next regular public meeting. That the Board of Education authorizes the use of the Uniform Minimum Chart of Accounts. The next are board appointments. Be it resolved that Dana Kessel, Supervisor of Funded Programs, District Initiatives and Human Resources, will be appointed as the District Staff 504 Compliance Officer. Be it resolved that Elizabeth Asamoah, Supervisor of Counseling, Health and Wellness, be appointed as the District Student 504 Compliance Officer. And be it resolved that Amy Coppola, Supervisor of Educational Services, be appointed as English as a Second Language Program Officer. For number 16, we will be appointing the committees for the 2025 board year. On a curriculum and instruction, Dan will be chair, and then it will be myself and Ethan. For the Committee on Equity and Excellence, Monique will be chair. And then there will be Sarah and Nikki. For the Committee on Finance and Facilities, Marilyn will be chair. And we will have Jen and Anne as members. And negotiations, we are appointing a committee on negotiations right now, even though it is ad hoc, but we are currently starting negotiations. So that's why you see it here. So that would be Marilyn as chair. And then myself and Monique. And then for 5, we are appointing a committee of the whole on personnel and communications. So that will be everyone. The liaison to the Municipal Drug and Alcohol Alliance is Elizabeth Asamoah. The liaison for the Borough of Public Information is Marilyn. The liaison to the HPEF, Ethan, I would love you to take that. Universal Access would be Dan. Continue that. The Public Library is Michelle Rodriguez. CPAG would be Sarah. Monique, your liaison to the parents of students of color. Human Relations was Nikki. Board of Health will be Jen, and then Marilyn for boosters. Okay, I'd like to. Oh, we don't actually have to vote for 16. I'm sorry, I went too far. We should have voted.
okay.
That's okay. Sorry. So I would like to move numbers 11 through 15.
Second.
Dr. Beatty,
Yes.
Ms. Cassel Dunn,
Yes.
Dr. Coleman,
Yes.
Dr. Pixley,
Yes.
Ms. Prus,
Yes.
Dr. Schoolman,
Yes.
Ms. Stanio,
Yes.
Ms. Vardaman,
Yes.
Ms. Voorhees.
Yes.
Okay. Does anyone have any old business?
I would just say how great you all are. That's all this. And nothing substantive.
Okay.
Second.
I just wanted to let everybody know there's another draft of the calendar out, so just take a look at that and send me any questions or feedback. And we'll try to get that on the next board meeting for approval. Any new business? Okay, we're going to move on to public comment. The Highland Park Board of Education welcomes public participation and has reserved this time for your comments. Board policy number 0164 and 0167 establish and regulate the right of the public to participate in public meetings. How many do we have online? Okay. Is there anybody for public comment online? Raise your hand. And with no hand raised, we'll close public comment. And with that, I move to adjourn.
Second.
Second.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. All in favor? Aye.